Hello, hello. Good afternoon, everyone. Hola, Humberto. Hi. Hi, Miracles. Welcome, everyone, to today's Periscope. So thank you all for joining me this afternoon. Thank you, Taisha, for coming on. Peter picked a pepper. Welcome, everyone. Let's give it a couple of another minute or two to have people join us. Thank you all. Happy hump day. You can take that literally, go out and hump something, hump yourself, or happy hump day. It's Wednesday. Welcome, Zoraida. Welcome, Ben and Man. Welcome, everyone. Thank you for joining. Where is everyone? Anyone new on here? If you're new, I love giving you a shout out. And click on my little Perry person and share my scope with your followers. We want to get as many people into this Periscope as possible. I'm new. Humberto, you're not new. You've been here since the beginning. New, I guess. Benin, what's your name? Is your name Ben? Let me know if your name is Ben. Hi, Taisha. Welcome, Taisha, again. Yes, hi. Good, Ben. Thank you for the chocolate hearts. Thank you for the green hearts and the pink ones. Oh, we have a little color coordination going on here. Some of my favorite colors are coming up. Purple, yay. Thank you, Zoraida, for inviting your followers. Thank you all for joining today and inviting your followers and sharing this Periscope with your peeps. So today's topic is the heart, and I have to be honest with y'all. I am currently going through a little bit of a breakup, and I thought, what better way to talk about my breakup than with y'all, people who have been here, who can relate, and you might be going through the same thing. It's the beginning of the year. Mercury is in retrograde and so much energy is shifting that, inevitably relationships, some of them will be released. And I just wanted to take time today to really just talk about what happens, right? What happens with the matters of the heart. Because sometimes I know for myself, I feel weird. Maybe even some shame comes up when it's oh, I'm going through a breakup. Am I not good enough? And that's not true. So I wanted to really, I check myself really quickly and I'm that's a lie. But I wanted to share this with you all because I know that people take it so personally when a relationship doesn't work out, and you sometimes blame yourself and shame yourself and play guilt trips on yourself or on the person, and it doesn't serve us. Vegas, what's your name, love? I think you're new. Welcome. I've been single since 2011. I am enough, my mantra this month. Yes, Taisha, that is also my mantra this month. That and Jesus prospers me now. Scott, been there, done that. Yes, you are. You are not the blame. I disagree, Humberto. Really relationships at a certain, everything has its cycle, right? Some relationships are meant to last a day. Some relationships are meant to last a few minutes, right? When you meet someone in an exchange, the person that you met at the drive-thru this morning when you were getting your coffee, that's a relationship, right? That's a connection that you made with that person. So some of them are really meant to be short and some of them are meant to be really long. If you have your soulmate come into your life, they might be in your life for a really long time. Sage Cryptic, welcome. Glad to see you here. Hi again. Thanks for coming back. So yeah, some relationships are really not meant to last, but they are meant, every single relationship, whether it's a 2-second relationship or a 5-decade relationship, are meant to teach us something. We are always learning and growing. How am I? I am doing well. I'm actually sharing Sage Cryptic about problems. Well, not really problems. I'm not calling them problems. It matters of the heart. And when you are going through a breakup, or a separation, disengagement, whatever you want to call it, it's really something that we gotta talk about it, right? There's so much shame and guilting and, all this ish that we put onto ourselves that really doesn't serve us. And it actually stops and blocks the flow of something else coming up and into your life. So if you are going through a challenging time in a relationship or releasing a relationship from your life, like I am right now, just know that whatever feelings come up, honor what's coming up, hear them. But if it's not true, if it's something that is just like 100% your ego and the messaging that people and society has taught us, let it go. Be like, that's not true. That's not me. How can we deal with releasing them? I had a long day at work, so I can use some good info. Yay! Glad to help. I'm in a good relationship with a wonderful partner. I had to kiss a lot of frogs. I know. And that's, the frog, I love the idea of kissing a frog. I've actually kissed a little baby frog before. But, the idea that there are even frogs out there, right? That frogs are actually, everyone is a frog, right? We are all frogs in that case, because we're meant to interact with these people, right? We're meant to learn something from each person that we interact with in our lives. We create them into our experience. So there's an emoji for froggies. I love it. Frog it up. I'm not a frog. No, none of us are frogs, right? That's the underlying message here. Like, none of us are frogs. And there is something to learn and love about each person that we have been with. There was something in there for us to experience, right? So it's also this like huge, I used to be a frog. There's this huge misconception that like, you either have the right person or it's the wrong person. And really, it's just the right person right now, right? So every person that comes into our lives is the right person right now. Hey, sis. Hi, sis. Hey, Ms. Jahida is on. Any tips to deal with letting and releasing these individuals? Yes. So first off, the first thing that my first tip for all of us, and I'm doing this as well, is journaling. Journaling is one of the best things that we can do. It helps us get our emotions out, right? When we keep our emotions in, that's when they bubble. A bunch of stuff happens subconsciously and we don't let it out, and it actually creates a program in our subconscious. So the first thing we want to do is let it out. Whether that is journaling in a fancy notebook like the ones I have that are like all colorful, or just like taking a piece of paper and writing it out, whatever works for you. Even journaling on your iPhone. I know that a lot of people do that. So I'm going to call out all you iPhoners who are constantly like writing your journal in your iPhone. Definitely on point. You're so right, hun. Oh, thank you. Thank you. So definitely journaling, doing an actual ceremony to let the person go, writing, whether that's writing a letter or doing a prayer where you actually release them into love and light with someone else. My ex-boyfriend said, "You'll never find anyone like me." I said, thank goodness. Oh, yeah. And that's something, we're all unique. Every person is unique. So no, we're not going to find someone like anyone we've been with. Everyone is definitely different and unique. And we just have to embrace that, right? We have to embrace that some people are right at the right time, that they come into our lives, and then they might not be. But what happens is that we get attached. We get attached to our expectations and, wanting this to be the right person because of the fairy tale that we're told that, like, you have to be with your Prince Charming or your, like, princess. And if you don't find the person, then there's something wrong with you. And that's not true. Like, there's nothing wrong with us. We are perfect and whole beings. The people who come into our lives are here for a reason, right? There are lessons to learn. So that's something else I'd also recommend, is really reflecting back on the relationship and on the experience with the sorry, tongue-tied. I'm in a fairy tale. Okay, yeah, that happens to some of us. But sometimes, being in a fairy tale isn't always bad, right? It's not always, but it's also not always in our favor, right? So when the expectations and the fairy tale is really not supporting what we want and who we are, then it can be problematic. Hold on. Sorry, I keep forgetting to turn off the heater. So definitely connecting, letting the person go, doing some type of releasing ceremony, and then getting back to you, right? So a lot of the time, what I've experienced with myself, with clients, with friends, is that we focus on them and like what happened and like why didn't they want us and blah, 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 blah. There's millions of stories that we come up with. And it's not about them. It's not about them at all. Sometimes we're like, oh, they broke my heart. They broke up with me, blah, blah, blah. And actually, it wasn't about them. It was that you needed to be released from that so that you could find what you're really meant to have. Right? So often we put it on them. No. We have to take ownership and take responsibility and I'm not saying like, if someone cheated on you and broke up with you, it's your fault. No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that you have to take responsibility for how you're feeling and your future, right? And if you want to create love again in your life, if you want to experience another relationship, you got to get back to home, and home is you, right? So bringing it back to you, re-engaging yourself in what makes me feel good. What do I want, right? Sometimes you go into a relationship wanting one thing, and once you're in it, you realize that's not what I actually want. So you shift gears, right? And then when you shift gears, it all of a sudden is not the same. The relationship is not what you want anymore, and that's okay. So it's all about you coming back to you coming back to what do you want, and putting out the intention to get that, right? Because we all can get exactly what we want. We're all meant to get exactly what we want. So it's all about coming home. So bring it home, focus on you, do some journaling, do some exploration of your needs, your wants. What does that look like? And definitely, just honor that it was meant to end. It was meant to be released. And your life will be so much, much happier for it, right? I got a reading with Denise and she was on point. Oh, thank you, Miracles. I'm a very sexual person myself, but haven't been able to find my other half. Yeah, and thank you for writing that. I didn't catch. Was that you, Cryptic? If that was you, let me know. But whoever said that, thank you for saying that, because that is one of the things that really matters. Vegas, Scott. Thank you, Scott. Thank you. If anyone hasn't tried, you need to book one with her. Yes, so if you do want a personal reading, if you want a coaching session with me, I am taking on clients. Not taking on a million clients, right? But I am taking on clients. So I will be booking up. So hit me up and visit my website, sexualitypower.com. You can also email me info@sexualitypower.com. And through that, you can really begin the interaction on how to coach and what does that mean and how much is it and all of that good stuff. So definitely, sex is super important. sex is super, super, super duper important, right? So if you know that you are a sexual person, I want her for a conference. Yes to the conference. Yes, Humberto, we gotta schedule a call. So if you want a lot of sex, right? And you know, I want to have sex 4 times a day, right? Boom. That to some people might seem like a lot. To some people, it might not, right? But if you want sex 4 times a day, that is a non-negotiable, right? That is something that in my book, you need to start asking, like, date 3. I'm not saying go to bed with the person date 3, right? But you need to know. Because if that's non-negotiable, if the sex is good, it counts 10% in a relationship. If the sex is bad, if there's not the compatibility there, it counts the opposite, 90%. So you want to be clear when you're setting those intentions about what you want in a relationship, that I know that you're clear about what are your non-negotiables, right? If you need to connect with the person, 3 dates a week when you're first starting to date, that's a non-negotiable. So get clear about those things as well, because that's going to help you attract the things you want into your life. And Scott, I know you said you've been single since 2011. I would love, love, love to connect with you and see how I can support in helping you manifest exactly the partner that you want and living in your power in your sexuality. So do connect with me. D&Es, love your scopes. Thank you, Humberto. Thank you all for joining me. I am all for it. Yes. info@sexualitypower.com. I will also throw up my website on here. Give me 1 second because I have it up already. This is my website, sexualitypower.com, right there. Whoop. I guess that applies also to how often you want to see each other. Yes, it does apply to how often you want to see each other, how often you want to go on dates. If there are specific activities that you want from or specific characteristics in a partner, like for myself, I know I need someone who's spiritual. I'm really spiritual. I'm really into my spirituality. Thank you. I'll check out the site. Yeah, and if you go right here, boom, contact me. Get in touch. You can fill this out and submit it and write a little blurb here. All of my contact information. You can definitely give me a call or a text. Skype me, Perry me, Twitter me, Instagram, Facebook, and email. And that's my direct email, dnes@sexualitypower.com. So if you were wondering how to say my name or how to spell it, that is it. Okay, so before I go, because I do have to go and jump on the Spanish in 10 minutes, I just want to say thank you all for joining. Definitely get clear about what you want, whether that's the number of times you want to have sex, how often you want to see the person, some of the characteristics that you want in that person, if you want them to be spiritual, if you want them to be, romantic, right? Not everyone's romantic. What does romantic mean to you? Get clear about that. And if you didn't catch my scope like 2 nights ago about romance, go on my catchme.com/sexualityexpert. There you will be able to see, I think right now I have up like 2 weeks of my scopes. Those will be coming down pretty soon. So go on there, catch all the replays that you can. And until tomorrow, I wish you all a passionate day. Love you. Have a good evening. Take care. Thanks for the hearts. Bye.